Hello. So, one of the most controversial topics in the United States today is whether or not marijuana should be legalized within the states. And now, the legalization of marijuana will most definitely affect most of the population today as people are growing to discover more benefits to it. And today, I have two best friends that are battling depression currently, as well as insomnia. And for those of you that don't know what insomnia is, it's when you basically can't sleep, and that just affects your whole daily mood and everything like that. Now, some of the aspects that I will be including in the pros of legalization of marijuana is going to involve the economic standpoint as well as the personal standpoint and the increase our nation will have on the war in drugs. Now, from the beginning of time, nations have often fought for different purposes, and with the recent ages, nations have been fighting over epidemics, mostly the drug epidemic. And for the most part, medical drugs like marijuana have been perceived differently over the years, resulting in people to be more for the legalization of medical marijuana. For example, both younger and older people develop more liberal views about the legalization of marijuana at a similar pace over the last 30 years, as Zink, Thomas Felsen, 2015. Now, from this article, the author is stating that the current views of marijuana have been changing over recent years to be more for it, and that just shows that people are beginning to open up to the benefits of medical marijuana. And although some people look at marijuana and other common drugs like cocaine as the same thing, the benefits that come from these two separate drugs are night and day. And now, one sign of this is that NCI scientists believe that synthetic THC may be appropriate for some cancer patients who have chemotherapy, include nausea, vomiting that cannot be controlled by other antiemetic agents, NCI 2000. Now, with the legalization of marijuana, patients like these and other people battling with things like depression, insomnia, body aches will have something that can aid them in their daily lives, and they won't be criminalized or tried for their efforts to basically make them feel better. And now to look at a different standpoint would be an economic standpoint, and many are aware that states that have already legalized medicinal marijuana have been growing in their state's revenue every year. And one example of this is in a recent article by Zambias and Stillman. They explain that common trends in Colorado have proved that not only has marijuana been taxed and raised the state's revenue, but it has also increased the state's migration, Stillman et al. 2020. Now, pushing to get recreational marijuana legalized could potentially save a massive amount of people battling anxiety, depression, and PTSD, as well as helping a lot of people. It could save a huge amount of money that is being used to build a force to prevent the drugs being sold in the United States from the distribution of cartels and carriers around the United States. One example of this is that the direct enforcement costs run more than $40 billion a year and affect every level of government. Bandow 2015. Now, currently, the government is pushing billions of dollars to fund and win the war on drugs with no signs of success. And instead of spending all that money into enforcing the stop of marijuana, we could be legalizing and controlling the substance so users that need this product don't risk their lives being caught with, you could say, a bad batch. Instead, they will be safe and they can live free of pain and other harms that are affecting their daily lives. And besides the statistical view, for my personal view, after seeing my friends battling this depression, they often feel better about themselves and their lives through the use of marijuana, and they are all around happier. So what are you waiting for? Support someone in need by supporting the legalization of marijuana.